When people real talk, just good to be home, man. Just glad to make it home safely after a long day. It's been a long day, long Sunday, go from spring to winter to something in between. I don't really know what this is, but here I am right now. I'm saying, Mel, you know, on your phone, on your tablet, on your screen, wherever I'm at. If folks are not asleep, I'm just happy to be home. I'm just happy to be home safely. Thank God for another beautiful day or just another day, period. Thank you for the one person that came through. Like I said, it's just good to be home. Sometimes when you're out and about in these streets, when you're out and about in this world, when you're just trying to, go out there and make money and grind and do what you got to do, it's the little things, that mean the most. And I'm just glad to, you know, get home safely. I'm just glad to, be able to do things to support myself and, pay bills and get stuff done. Things don't always go the way that you would like them to go, but, like I said, it's another chance, another opportunity. Things may not, like I said, in a particular way, but like I said, it's the small victories. It's the small steps, Like I said, they said the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. So each day I take one step, going wherever I'm going through the obstacles, through the pitfalls, whatever that may be, however it may come, and here I am. Thank you for the thumbs up, whoever's in the chat and whatnot, and whoever's just lurking in the background and whatnot. This is what it is. Thank you for the next person that came through. Like I said, I appreciate you all. Like I said, right now, this is just a chill kickback. This is the unwinding, the Mel after dark, the last hour of the day. Groovy Blue 18, shout out to you. Thank you for coming through, for making yourself known in the chat. Thank you, Groovy Blue, Groovy 18. Sorry about that. Groovy Blue 8. There you go. Thank you for coming through to the chat. And then Molly 1K Dolly, live from Chicago. I think you should have your own talk show out there, Molly 1K Dolly. Hope it goes so far. Thank you for coming through live from Chicago. It's kind of weird having you on the same time. What's up, Tosh Time? I appreciate you for coming through to the chat last night. That was awesome having you there, especially when it's talking about such a serious subject like that. Of course, I've been having many conversations about that. And oh, you're loving the cold weather. I bet you are coming from Australia, loving the cold weather. It's snowing out there, crazy. Hey, you probably get the four seasons out there in Chicago. But yeah, what's up to you as well, Taj Time Groove Blue? This is, like I said, this is just a chill kickback. This is not a deep live stream. Is what it is. Very beautiful chat last night. Thanks for bringing it. It's something actually that was brought to my attention, and somebody asked my thoughts and opinions on, that particular situations. I got a lot of other deep live streams and things to go into, stories that I forgot about, things that are interesting, just to bring and shed light. We didn't even get into the one about patient dumping, when people, can't pay their insurance and stuff like that, how they deal with that situation. That I know Molly, she can definitely relate to. When you ain't got your insurance right, and then all of a sudden in the hospital too long, and then you get kind of pushed out the door, or you get outpatient in a little too soon, or whatever the case may be. But that's what that is right now. I don't know. This is just me unwinding. Just actually getting. I just literally came in from the rain. I don't like it out there anymore to the cold. I don't like it out here anymore to cold. Oh wow. Okay. Sorry to hear that. I don't know where you're from, Groovy Blue. You gotta tell me where you're from. Excuse me if it sounds like I'm mumbling a little bit. I was just reading the comments and whatnot. Thank you for the fourth person that came through. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up if you like. If you do not like, I still love you for watching. I still appreciate you for watching. That's what it is. Yeah, where are you from, Groovy Blue 18? I would like to like them. You got Tasha, she's from out there in California. Molly 1K Dolly, she's out there from Australia via Chicago, or Chicago via Australia. But you know, I don't know. Chicago, Illinois. Oh, so you are from Chicago. Okay, cool, 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 cool. So, shout out to Chi-Town. The Windy City is definitely in the building. So, New York to Chicago. It's all good. Like I said, I got love. Nice. I've always wanted to visit Chicago. Chicago's a nice place. I visited there briefly once. I was kind of passing through. So Chicago's a nice place though. You know, I definitely encourage people to go check it out when what I'm saying. Like I said, just, states if you get a chance, that's a rare treat that anybody would get to experience. It's a chance to go all over the country, different you know, things. What's going on, Noble Girl Gamer? Thank you for coming through. I appreciate you. Much love to you. Much love to everybody. I actually have all females in my chat. I can't be mad one bit. I love all you ladies. All females in the chat. Yeah, that's what it is. Oh, you got an invitation, Tosh Time. There you go. There you go. Nah, man, but life is beautiful. Uh, time 3 times today. Well, why not? Third time is the charm. Why not meet her for the third time in Melmo's chat? Like I said, this is just, like I said, just a chill kickback. And like I said, I love the fact that there's all these, all beautiful women, smart, intelligent women inside of my chat right now. I mean, I love the ladies, and I know the ladies love Mel, and I appreciate that. Nothing but respect and honor to you. Peace to you. So it is what it is. You know. Yeah, but you missed my live. Yeah, I probably did miss your live, but you got to remember, Noble Girl Gamer, I actually just got in the house. Literally, I haven't been in the house, no exaggeration. I've barely been in the house 10 minutes. So I was out and about. I'm just, like I said, like the title of the live stream goes, I'm glad to be home. I'm glad to be home. And I have another female here. I appreciate you. Honor you for being in the chat. Woo! Thank you for the 6 people that are here. Like I said, this is just me, like I said, just doing the chill kickback, just, transitioning on and whatnot. Like I said, it's just, you appreciate the small stuff, you appreciate the little things and stuff like that, just, oh, and then the first mail was here. My power just came on. Storm is unreal. Sorry about the storm. I heard you had a storm out there. Hopefully all is well with you, Crimson Fantasy. Thank you for coming through. Thoughts and prayers out to those people in Canada that are going through it right now and going through a whole bunch of stuff, with different storms and things that are happening and whatnot. Because I know Cargo 619, she was telling me about a storm and stuff that was happening. Light graphics action, what's going on? Thank you for being here. And I say to anybody out there, be it you going through wildfires, earthquakes, anywhere, any place around the world, just any natural disasters that you may be facing. My thoughts and prayers are with you. I know it's not easy out there, regardless of what country, what city, what state you're from, wow, yeah, well, sorry to hear about the tree, but, hopefully the tree is pulled out of there. Some people say a tree grows in Brooklyn, but I guess they fall in Canada. Sorry to hear that, but it's a crazy situation, man. Hopefully everybody is safe, Crimson Fantasy out there. Hopefully nobody was hurt as far as material possessions. Things can be replaced. Like I said, it's about life right now. So 100% right there, 100%. It's just being safe is just a precious thing. That's what I said when I'm saying I'm glad I got home safe. I'm like whoever was going through their stuff out there. Say the Dennis family, thank you. What's going on? Appreciate you for coming through. Shout out to you. I don't remember if you've been subscribed. Yeah, it really puts things in perspective and makes you appreciate the small things. We really no, it definitely does, especially when you have natural disasters and things happening. Think twice about life and what's important. I'd say that anybody can for to work, home, wherever you're going, restaurants, people that you love, or whatever the case may be, court cases, who knows? If you get back and forth, to your destinations, be grateful, be appreciative, appreciate your loved ones, hug your loved ones and stuff like that. I tell anybody out there, sometimes when you fail to appreciate the small things, even that, I see people sometimes, they complain and they complain and they complain, and that's what it is. What's going on with you? To you, man. Shout out to you. I'm just I'm just grateful as far as, how I do my thing and whatnot. I get back and forth safely, and I appreciate just, being able to do what I do and shine like I shine. My dog will even go outside to the bathroom. I open the door and she's not moving. Yeah. Well, as long as the dog cribs in fantasy, is what it is, man. I need to give a friend a ride home. I'm parking my name, just chatting, just watch your time, and I'll be right back. Nah, it's all good. It's all good, Tosh time. I appreciate you. You already know. You already know, and I gotta look out for your next challenge and all that stuff. My man Dave, I appreciate you for coming through to the chat. I ain't forgot about you. Actually, what's funny thing, what's funny, Dave, is that I was actually thinking about you today. I was like, yo, should I text him? Should I call my son Dula and see what's going on with him and whatnot? You know, I actually want to go live with you one of these days. On the Google Hangouts or something like that. Just see you, live on the screen and let you know Daddy love you. You know what I'm saying? Always love my son. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nah, you right, bro, too. Yeah, I talk about you. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nah, we'll wait for the time is right. When the time is right. Nah, but I got some people that I know personally in the chat. Offline. I appreciate you, Michael, Dave. Thank you for coming through to the chat. Like I said, a chill kick back after the day unwinding, and I hope everybody out there is safe. I hope people get back safely. Hug your loved ones. Appreciate your family. Appreciate the blessings and all the things that you get, man. Because sometimes we take so much for granted, man. You know what I'm saying? And I see so many people who don't appreciate the things they have, and the opportunities that they've been given, and that's just real. I mean, well, it's family comes first too, but at the same time, it's about appreciating that family because I see people also too, people that I know personally who don't appreciate their family. They don't appreciate the blessings that they have. They don't appreciate the things that's going on in their life, and then they lose that as well. Some people lose their freedom. Some people lose their mind, lose your money, lose your mobility, or whatever the case may be, your health. All kind of crazy stuff happens. So that's just really what that is. And I say to people, like I said, just count your blessings, man. Don't take nothing for granted. Even something as simple as me doing this live stream and getting home and being able to talk to you in my bathroom is a big deal for me. It's a big deal because, like I said, there's a lot of people who didn't wake up today. There's a lot of people who ain't gonna be able to go to sleep today. Oh, sorry to say, what's up to you? Sorry if I didn't shout you out and whatnot. Like I said, there's a lot of people that ain't waking up tomorrow. There's a lot of people, that ain't making it out of the day. So, like I said, I'm just grateful to be here, at this moment, at this time in my life, just to, express these thoughts and things and whatnot. And, whatever challenges and things that people are going through, I say to you, don't let anything get you down. Be willing to face the obstacles and things like that. Sometimes things is rough. I was talking to my mother the other day, and she was just talking about some situations and how sometimes things weigh you down. And, we do get tried, things happen. But I tell people, not to be deterred, not to be too discouraged over things. Stuff happens, man. But, I still got to be who I am. Still got to do what I got to do. Because there's a lot of opportunities, a lot of living to do. As I was talking to one of my coworkers the other day, he's talking about, he joined up the gym. He said he's not ready to, lie down yet and put on his grave clothes. You just appreciate the small things, the little stuff, just being able to just, being able to spend money and do different things that you need to do, just being in a free society, as long as it is free, Second Amendment rights not included or included, I don't know if you put that too, but forgive me if it sounds like I'm rambling a little bit. Hopefully I'm making sense. I'm just at a point where, I'm just pushing forward to the next opportunity and just grateful, even no matter how stressful things may seem at times. I'm just grateful to have these opportunities, these chances, these moments, the reflection of peace, just prosperity to get to where I need to get to, and hopefully you folks out there, you experience the same. Hopefully you see and experience and appreciate what you'll be given each day and whatnot. I'm not trying to get too lofty. I'm not trying to get things not sunshine and rainbows. There's things that happen. People go through stuff. People face challenges. Their struggles. It's like Dave used to tell me. He said, "Yo, Mel, you think you got the answer for everything?" Nah, I don't think I have the answer for everything. But I get where he's coming from. you know. And I mean, there's always a way. There's always a way, you know. And that's just where I'm at with it. Yeah, yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Dave. I remember I used to talk to you, Dave, and you'd be like, "Yo, Mel, it ain't as simple as you making it out to be." And I'm like, "Nah, man, I can't give up, man. I can't give up." And yeah, we had some epic talks, you know. Of course, all those talks I won, you know, but it's all good. Nah, you know, but the thing is that you keep pushing forward, man. Like Tosh Top said, you know, you keep pushing, you know. I mean, I'm in this life. I'm not trying to give up. I'm just trying to push on to whatever it is that I need to do. Things don't all go my way. Stuff ain't all sunshine and rainbows. Everything ain't like I would like it to be every day. But like I said, I got people out there that love me, that care about me. I'm able to, you know, have money in my pocket. I know my mother told me to stop showing money on social media, but I got something in my pocket. I don't know where it's at. You know, like I said, I got something. Let me see what I got in my pocket. I got $2. Even if I got all this $2, you know, this is something. This is I gotta earn this. You know, I go out there and I go after it and I get it and I got another dollar. You know, and I'm not to show off and nothing like that. But if all I got dollars in my pocket, I'm blessed. You know, if all I have is just this little bit of money, a little bit of time, this little bit of energy, you know, to say and express the fact that I'm grateful. You know, then because a lot of times grateful, you know, they're not appreciative of those particular things that they and the things that's working out for them. Everybody can figure out what's negative in their life, but what's working, what's good for you. I remember one year, many years back, was at a Thanksgiving dinner with my family and stuff like that. And we sitting there, me and my cousins, and we complaining hard. I mean, we was professional complainers that time. And one of my cousins, who was basically, I guess, one of the screw ups in the family, you know, he just came out and said to us, he said, "What's with all this complaining? You know, like I said, what about success? You know, what about, you know, what you're doing good? What about prosperity?" And we kind of just paused and stopped and leaned back and said, "Yo, brother got a good question." And I say to you, what about prosperity? What about success? What about what's working for you? Everybody can sit there and say, you know, what ain't working and what ain't going right and, you know, how bad things really are and where the world is going. But what about what's right? You know, what about what's working? What about what's good with you? You know what I'm saying? What's something that you can look towards as positive? I mean, you deal with the negative, you know, I mean, you be realistic, you see the obstacles in the way and stuff like that. But the reality is just like they got to be something going good for you. There got to be something you can look forward to, especially if you just wake up. If I just wake up tomorrow and all I did was wake up and I had stuff happening, you know, hey, I'm doing good. What's up, size dad? You know, thank you for saying hello. Hello to you back. I appreciate you for coming through. You know, like I said, I tell folks, man, you know, be grateful, man. Even if all you do is just making it back and forth safely each day. Even if all you're doing is just having the ability to complain and facing, you know, back pains and dealing with bills and, you know, bill collectors and stressful situations, at least you have an opportunity to deal with those stressful situations because a lot of people didn't make it to this day and a lot of people won't make it to the next day to try to improve and make their situation what they need to make it. I remember National Guard, you know, one of my sergeants said to me, you know, life is what you make it. I thought it was one of the silliest things I heard because I heard it before. But then you start realizing that, you know what, you're right. A lot of times life is what you make it. You know, it's what you see it out to be, is what you fight for, is what you're willing to, you know, claw and scratch for and strive for, you know, because, you know, the future depends on it. You know, imagine if you gave up today on your future self and what you could become. Imagine you gave up yourself into this moment. You gave up into what could become this moment, into what you could do to the next moment. There's so many blessings. There's so many things you can go after. Actually, I was reading something today in the book, this book that my mother recommended to me, and there was a quote in there from Don Juan, Tales of Power, and it says something about between a warrior and the ordinary man is that the warrior sees everything as a challenge, and the ordinary man sees everything as either a blessing or a curse. So which one are you? Are you the ordinary person or are you the warrior? Do you see things as challenges? Do you see things as something that you can, you know, go after and, you know, make it into, you know, a game, or make it into something that you can overcome and conquer, or is it a situation which occurs? Either one is your choice. Either one is no problem, but the choice reveals where you are and where you're coming from. Maybe you want to look at it in an ordinary way. Maybe you want to look at it as a challenge, as the warrior, as somebody who's going to do these things. Not to say either one, is good or bad, but everybody has different ways that they see life and how they take on each day and the challenges that come within each day. So, that's just one of the things, I guess, food for the situation, so just food for thought, just my thoughts and whatnot. Like I said, hopefully I'm making sense in this live stream and whatnot, but yeah, wherever I come from is just a real place and whatnot. Anything entertaining but my speech inside the live stream going on. Like I said, I don't have any naked women or any fire to spit out, anything like that. Fire live streams or something like that. I'm not outside or nothing like that, but this is what it is. I'm still going on. I'm still here. And like I said, I appreciate you folks for being here. I'm pouring water out the sink. Sorry about that. That's going all right. I think it's just going to be fine. Is there anything else that anybody else out there like to say? Is there anything anybody else wants to express in this particular situation right now? If so, speak your mind, speak your piece. If there's anything on your mind, go on to soul to the ether. It's all good. It's all good. Like I said, I'm going to take off my hat. It's a little hot. Ooh. Yes, I am Ball. For those folks that didn't know, thank you for the 6 thumbs up. Thank you for watching and appreciating me as I'm appreciating you. I guess now the debate is, how long do you go in the live stream? How long do you go? How long do you go? People quiet now. Must be a lot of people just listening to me in the background, hearing me talk. I see people go in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. The title doesn't mean I'm hurt. Nothing's happened to me. I wasn't shot. I wasn't robbed. Because sometimes you got to be careful what you title stuff. People would think, oh, he said, I'm just glad to be home safe, so let me see if he's alive. Yes, I'm alive. Yes, I'm alive and well. I'm okay. Nothing's going on with me. I appreciate the people that are here. I appreciate the people that are lurking. I appreciate the people that, haven't told me they left, but they're still there. It's all good, It's what it is. I don't know. Just reflecting. This is just the wind down time. Like I said, the chill back, the kick back time. I do have a lot to talk about. But I'm just not going to do it today. Lots of respect. Well, today, grinding my teeth, trying to cut an income tax check tomorrow. Well, hey, I encourage people to get their taxes done, because I think you were given an extension, because today is actually tax day, if I'm not mistaken. At least for a few more minutes, it's tax day. I think either tomorrow or the 17th. I think the 17th is really tax day. I think people have been given an extension because it's on the weekend. If I'm not mistaken, don't take my word for it. Professional or your local IRS agents or people, offices, or whatever the case. I don't want you to say, oh, Mel said I don't have to file my taxes until the 17th, because Mel's not going to pay that bill for you. But I love you still, and it's all good. So hopefully folks have done their taxes at this time. If you haven't done your taxes, I really don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what to tell you. Be prepared to pay a late fee. I guess, but yeah, that's just really what that is. And also, when you get your tax money, spend it wisely. Don't spend it all. If you're getting a couple of hundred, couple of thousands, postmark tomorrow is okay. No extension. I just hate cutting the check. Oh, okay. You say cut the check. That means you're paying out some money. Okay. Well, people got to pay out money too. I knock on wood or metal. I don't owe the IRS anything. I haven't owed them anything in a while. For that, I don't want to owe the IRS any type of money in any stretch, in any way. Congratulations to those folks out there who've actually got, some money back. What's going on, Drone Wolf Media? This is just a chill kickback live stream. I've talked about some good things. I'm vibing right now, just seeing where the energy is taking me, whether or not I'm going to go to a 30-minute live stream, or if it's going to be, just 25, 26 minutes or whatever the case. Did I go? I went to work. I was in the streets of New York. Anybody that's from New York and understanding what we face on a regular basis know why I was such glad to be home safe. You know, not to say this is the most dangerous city in the world, but you know, we do face different things out in the world, especially if you're traveling out and about on MTA, you know, Metro, Transit Association or Metro North, or you know, you're just driving back and forth, you in the streets, or you live in certain neighborhoods and stuff like that, dealing with police, you know, the threat of terrorism, all kind of stuff like that. You know, dealing with, I guess, you know, homeless population. Not to say that the homeless are bad, but you know, you have different people out there. You know, people talk about New York being the city that never sleeps, but the one thing they forget to tell you about New York being the city that never sleeps, people in this city. You know, there's a lot of things that happen in this city that normally don't make the news. You know, things that happen in the boroughs that don't really talk about, that they probably don't want y'all to know about. And like I said, I'm not about to get into that right now. Um, yeah, so that's what that is. You know, I don't know. That's just really where I'm at with it. You know, for me. So that's why the title of this is "I'm just glad to make it home." And I'm and all in all, this other factor getting back and forth safely. I'm glad that and all you, wherever you going back and forth, made it to this live stream or made it to your respective, houses, homes, dwellings, places of business, mistress house, cheetah, lover, wherever you go. I don't know. And hello to Lulu, love you. I appreciate you for coming through live from Nova Scotia. Not a mistake. But yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Like I said, just here I am. Yep, the first year in recent memory I've had to pay. It's a bummer. One year I had to cut a check to the state of Colorado for 30. Wow, that's funny. I'm sorry, you had to cut a 35-cent check. That is funny. Caesar is here. Caesar is here. Thank you for coming through. I appreciate it. I didn't have 10 people in the chat tonight, but I do have 10 people in the chat. Yeah, people have been supporting me lately, and I appreciate it. Y'all been supporting me, in general, but I can see the outpouring of more support and whatnot. The numbers are going up. What's going on tonight? What's going on tonight? This is the kickback, the chill back, the easy going live stream. I mean, I don't know. You folks tell me what's going on. I'm just really, just doing a live stream in between time. I got a whole bunch of things that I can talk about, but I don't want to put everything out too quick because I've actually been making progress as far as my second set of live streams. So I'm easing into it. I'm easing into it. I got some things to talk about. I got some stuff that's really interesting. I'm going into news stories. I'm going into just personal stuff. Right now. This is just a chill kickback. This is the extra live stream. Of course, this is for the watch time as well and whatnot. You know, you find ways to talk. You find things to think about. Like I said, I actually was going to talk about the greed in the world and stuff like that. I'm thinking about that, but I said, nah. I'm just glad to be home. I'm just glad with all the nonsense going in the world, with all the, hostility that's swirling around, in the planet and stuff like that, online, offline. I'm just happy to be here safely. I appreciate this moment, whether folks are here watching me or not. Even if it was one person, like it started off, one person in the chat. I appreciate this moment because for right now, at least for this moment, I'm safe. My family is safe. Crazy. I'm just glad that they're safe, that things are all right. Hopefully, all you folks out there, that your family is safe, and that everything is all right with your people. So I get along with you or you get along with me. I hope that your families are safe. Whether you know me or not, I know you. I'm just, grateful that, folks are out there living, because as the old saying goes, if you kill them, they won't learn nothing, So, peace to folks out there and whatnot. And here I am, going up on a half an hour and stuff like that. Not really knowing where this was going to go, famous last words. I only plan to come on for 20 minutes. And 20 minutes turns into a half an hour. And like that, presto. But like I said, it's all good. It's all good, and even when it feels strange. Um, so yeah, just question the season, what's going on in life. Tonight is life, safety, appreciation, consideration, just moments of reflection, moments of peace, the chill back, the kick back. You know what I'm saying? This is just where I'm at with it. You know, I still try to keep it positive vibes, you know, positive vibes, peace, 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 peace. And I don't know if folks believe me. Maybe I need to live stream enough, you know. Um, did Lulu love you leave? She said hello. You said all the best. Oh, okay. All the best to her too. I thought she left or something like that. I would like to hear about our children when they suffer from mental illness. It's a deep topic, but it's also a hidden, just a thought. Hmm. Nah, I could talk about that. I could talk about that. I mean, do you have a particular story, a particular issue or incident that you wanna bring up? Because sometimes when you talk about those things, Lulu, it's always best to have a particular situation. You can always email. I don't want to cheat you right now. I could talk about it right now. You know, if you want to, that's not a problem. But the reason I want to start off, I like to start off. You can email me or send it to me in the chat in one of the chat rooms, and I'll definitely look into it and do a live stream on it. Next live stream tomorrow or Tuesday, depending on how deep you want to go into it. You know, definitely. Yeah, nah, definitely message me. I mean, I'm willing to talk about anything people want to talk about, especially in a respectful way. You know, but just to touch on mental illness is something, you know, that's really hidden and really talked about in a serious way. You know, people have basically go through mental illness and you know face stuff and just it's sad. You know, I mean, you know, we all have family members. You know, be it autistic or somebody who has a learning development or somebody who's just facing just physical disabilities or that may stop them from learning things in a cognitive way. So it's a touchy subject to some because there's different facets to it. There's the whole thing when somebody may have a child and then they don't want to admit that their child has a mental disability because they may not know how to deal with it, or they may have feel like, why me, and stuff like that. Game over. What's going on? I'm still thinking about you as the real thing, but yeah, it's game over. So yeah. No, Lulu, love you. Definitely. I can definitely talk about that mental illness, as far as, you know, um, our children is concerned, and I think the children should be supported and whatnot, and you should be willing to deal with it. I personally think, just from situations that I've seen, is that when it comes to mental illness, you want to try to deal with it especially when it comes to children, as early as possible. I've seen there are people who are in denial about their children having disabilities, and they hurt the child because you're waiting till the child hits the teenage years, or you're sitting there denying that the child has a problem because you don't want to face the fact that the child has, disabilities. Doesn't make them bad. It just means they're different, So it pains me when I see that from parents, stuff like that. And and I don't know, but I could imagine that it's difficult to have to be in that situation trying to raise a kid, who may have mental illness, because you may have, like I said, I don't imagine any parent just saying, okay, I want to have a child born with mental illness, but it happens, and there's ways to deal with it. There's help, there's support groups, even if not in your local area. There's places you can go online and people you can reach out to, just in a vast array of ways. So it's nothing to be ashamed about, and I tell anybody that. And sometimes what I see with mothers, with young mothers, they're ashamed. They're ashamed. With my son is into your college mental illness with my his career path, proud pop. Yeah, now there you go. Besides that, I mean, it's nothing to be ashamed of. And what I see a lot of times is people who have the shame, of having a child with mental illness or mental disabilities and stuff like that, cognitive learning abilities, because, we have this notion or this preconceived thing of what we would like things to be. I'm not a parent, but, like I said, I've had situations where, I almost had children, and, you have these, you know, um, thoughts of what you want your child to be and how you want them to be raised, and how things should be. And then when you find your child is different and it didn't turn out the way you did, then it causes another situation or scenario to come about that you just really didn't imagine. Um, you know yeah, no, the help is definitely needed out there, Lulu. I mean, it's definitely a subject matter that's big. It's a big subject matter, and it's not something that one live stream can tackle, but many live streams and just many people can actually talk about these issues and bring light to resources and places you can go. Is what you want to try to do when it comes to mental health is to take away the stigma that's attached to mental health and what people have and even folks that are not children have with mental health, or even stuff when it comes to like war veterans with PTSD and stuff like that, and folks who deal with depression and suicidal thoughts, and you want to try to take that mental stigmatism away. Yes, educate and awareness, even what people face when they may have sexual assault, and the mental block to let people know that it's nothing to be ashamed of. If you have family members that are mentally disabled or have mental illness, and if you're somebody facing mental illness yourself, it's nothing to be ashamed of. Because here's the thing, nobody likes to talk about this. As human beings, we're all struggling to be normal in some way. We're all struggling with insecurities. We're all struggling with things we don't like about ourselves. So to take somebody else who's vastly different and try to judge them and shame them and look down on them because they're different is wrong. So it is a situation where, like I said, all of us are struggling with something, whatever it is. Like I said, so to take that perspective and to begin to empathize with people, in a greater way is definitely, a blessing, and like I said, there's definitely awareness that's needed to it because there's people out there suffering, man. There's people out there who just need somebody to listen, somebody to care. It's not even about a money thing. It's just, you just need somebody to give a damn, and that's one of the things. That's why I'm glad, Lulu, you brought that up because, like I said, folks need to care. Folks need to know. Even myself, I need to be educated and have more awareness on the situation and whatnot. I feel the children are sometimes forgotten when it comes to mental illness. Mental, yes, they are. Unfortunately, they are. I mean, it's sad, but we live in a society where things like these happen. And I say some of the people that are forgotten when it comes to mental illness are the elderly as well. The elderly, especially if they have a problem or cognitive disabilities and stuff like that, forget it. They're pushed in the corner and forgotten about. I don't want to deal with that. And then one of the I really talked about when it comes to mental illness is how expensive it is. People don't understand. It is very expensive to try to deal with mental health and, mental illness, the awareness, the education of it, and getting people into, what's happening. And to tell you the crazy thing, the coincidence to what Lulu was saying, that April is national in America. April is National Autism Month. The young people pulling out off the school, of the school shootings. Yeah. That's an example of it. The young people with school shootings and stuff like that. Yeah, there's mental disabilities and things that exist when it comes to that because there is a mental component to that which people don't really take time out to really deal with. You want to call people a monster and this, that, and the third, which I'm not saying that that's not the case, but these monsters actually have minds and mental illnesses and things that's going on in their head that need to be addressed. And sometimes it's too late for that person that's done the shooting and the people that have been shot, but it's not too late for people that may suffer from those type of symptoms, that may be in those type of situations, that may think those type of thoughts. So yeah, no, that's definitely something to have awareness and educate people on. It's not popular, it's not a sexy thing to talk about because, there's so much other stuff that people may want to get into. Maybe you want to episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I don't know. What's up, Marie? Thank you for coming through. I appreciate you. Maybe you want to, news about Stormy Daniels. I don't know. But there's some real issues going on. There's some real things. There's some real stuff. Like I said. All right, peace to you. Peace. But you got me thinking, Lulu. You got me thinking, Lulu. I'm not even gonna lie to you. You got me thinking about that. That's a deep issue. That's a very deep issue. You're going into the deep waters right there because, people can tend to distance themselves from issues of mental illness and awareness and being out. when you're aware and you're educated, you're responsible for what you know. You're responsible for how you interact with people and stuff like that. Now you can't, just pretend like you don't know. It doesn't matter when you do know. So, and you can still pretend, but it doesn't mean you'll be right. There's a difference as if you encounter people with mental disabilities and illnesses and stuff like that, but you don't know. You're not aware. You're not educated. You do. There's different responsibility that comes with that. And there's responsibility a lot of people don't want, even if when it comes to children and stuff like that who are mentally ill and going through things, And there's a lot of us out there who have somebody that we know. There's somebody in our lives, that has somebody in our families that spear in our relevance in our consciousness and stuff like that. There's somebody. Excuse me. Sorry about that. And it's important to just understand and relate to that, and just at the core, go there with it. And I see that I'm losing people in the chat. So, as I yawn, I get the message, person back. I know it's time to get ready to start wrapping this up. I think it's probably, what time is it now? It is 11:46, 32% on my phone. I don't know. I mean, I could get ready to wrap this up, unless there's something else that somebody wants to bring up. You're still here. I'm glad you're still here. Thank you, Maria Rita. Hey there, man. I'm glad to see you on stream. Yeah, no, Art. It's all good, Art. I'm glad to see you on the stream as well. I guess before I go, is there anybody wants to bring up? Is there anything else on anybody's mind that you feel the need that you want to talk about? Is there anything else that you want to express in the chat? You could more than welcome to say your piece. I'll give you a second or so. Okay. Well, a minute is elapsed. It's 42 minutes to be exact. A little bit over 42 minutes. If all hearts and minds are clear, if else has to say or wants to express, this would be a perfect place to end the live stream. Yeah, Lulu, thank you. I appreciate you. Again, spread love. It's the Brooklyn way. Thank you for the support. It's always greatly appreciated. I'll see you next time. And Lulu, don't forget to message me. I'm serious. Good Sunday to you. Wishing you the best from Colorado. Top Rockies. All right, there you go. Peace and love to you. Again, spread love. It's the Brooklyn way. I'm out.